Welcome back, my little thrill seekers, to your haunted neighborhood. Keep your porch light burning, keep your doors locked, and step carefully, because in this neighborhood, nothing is ever quite what it seems. I'm your host, Jody Bohr. Each week, I share true stories of haunted places, cursed objects, chilling encounters, and the paranormal. In your haunted neighborhood, the lamplight flickers, the wind carries whispers, and shadows stretch longer than they should. Come with me as we walk these streets and unearth a story that lingers. Tonight, one of our haunted neighbors has a story that has found its way to us and is dying to be told. So let's open the door, shall we? Step inside your haunted neighborhood. Some hauntings don't just cling to houses. They linger in the trees, in the soil, in the memories passed down through family. Tonight's story comes from a grandmother when she was just a child. She thought she was only admiring the beauty of the mesquite trees, but what she saw beneath them at midnight would stay with her forever. This story is called Children of the Midnight Mesquite. Let me tell you something that happened to me when I was a little girl, back in Reynosa, Mexico. I was staying with my uncle and aunt then. My room was small and had a window facing south. Out in the patio was a hard dirt floor, and there stood two huge mesquite trees, maybe 20 feet apart. They were beautiful, strong, and full of shade. Sometimes I would just sit staring at them. My uncle would tease me. "Ramona, why do you look at those trees so much?" And I'd tell him, "Because they're beautiful, like they want to tell me something." He and my aunt would laugh. "Go to sleep. It's late," he'd say. But one night, around midnight, I woke up. Something pulled me from sleep. I looked out the window, and there was a light, a strange, glowing light, coming from the big tree. And then I saw them, two children, a boy and a girl, dressed all in white. They slipped out from behind one tree and disappeared behind the other. This didn't happen just once. It was every night for a week. I saw the same thing. Finally, I gathered the courage to tell my uncle and aunt. The next morning, they went to see for themselves. But they didn't let me help. They didn't want anyone else to know. That family could be selfish sometimes. For 2 days, they dug by the big tree to the right, where I had told them I had seen the children. And then they found something. It was a chest, buried 5 feet deep. And when they opened it, it was full of gold coins. I watched from the window, amazed. My aunt told me, "Ramona, don't you tell anyone about this." And I didn't, not even my father. Not long after, they sent me back to the United States with my father. Years later, my husband told me what became of them. With that money, they built a little shopping center, a mini mall. They had nothing but trouble with it, and it burnt down. Sometimes I wonder, maybe those children, those spirits, weren't just showing me treasure. Maybe they were warning me. Maybe they were angry because my relatives never shared what they found with me. Two children in white, something hidden, and a family who kept their discovery secret. But at what cost? Sometimes the spirits who show themselves aren't there to frighten us, but to warn us, or maybe to remind us that some debts can't be paid with gold. We've walked this crooked path to its edge, and here the story ends. Now that the ghosts have had their say, let's talk about what haunted me most about this story. The way the children only appeared to Ramona as if they chose her specifically. Maybe because she was pure-hearted and innocent at that time, as a child herself. Another thing that stuck with me, the uncle and aunt digging for treasure while Ramona was told to stay out of it. It makes you wonder if the children wanted her to be the one to discover it, not them. And then there's kind of the curse angle. The treasure led to them building a mini mall, which eventually burned down. Makes you think about how often greed shows up in ghost stories. Maybe the ghosts weren't angry with Ramona, but with those who kept the gold for themselves. I also find it eerie how the children never spoke. They didn't really need to. Their presence, night after night, was enough to guide them to the buried chest. For me, this story feels like more than just a haunting. It's almost like a test. Who notices? Who listens? Who shares? And who keeps secrets? What would you do if this happened to you? It's like a lesson learned or not. Whether you're a skeptic, a believer, or somewhere in between, thank you for walking these silent streets with me, where whispers turn to invitations. I hope the stories left you restless, curious, and a little more haunted than before. Don't stray too far. The neighborhood remembers. If you'd like to submit your stories, send them to YourHauntedNeighborhood@gmail.com, and you can hear your story featured on Your Haunted Neighborhood podcast. I hope you'll come back for the next story. I'm your host, Jody War, and you've been listening to Your Haunted Neighborhood. Until next time, stay close, stay curious, and stay haunted. See you around the neighborhood.